What's going on, guys? This is JP for Naughty MMOs. Today we're going to be looking at Divine Souls, a 3D fantasy MMORPG with a steampunk theme, action-oriented combat game, meeting up with players and towns to form groups before venturing into instances and dungeons, battling in a PvP arena to prove your strength. This game is published by Outspark. It's got a medium database of players, high quality graphics, and this is an MMORPG. The experience rate in this game is actually low quality, but the PvP system is a solo and team death oriented type style game. Now the file size for this game is actually a 1 gigabyte file that you would have to download. Now first of all, what I want to go ahead and do is first give a huge shout out to Kyukoji or Kyukoji or whatever, however you want to pronounce his name. It's Kyukoji. I could not find this game, and here's the reason why I couldn't find the game, because the game is actually discontinued. I don't think that you can actually download the game anymore. If you can, please post a comment in the section below letting me know where I can actually pick up this game, because I tried looking for it, tried to download it, tried to actually play it for myself, but this is the only gameplay that I could actually find on YouTube. So I want to first of all go ahead and give a huge shout out to him. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to his channel, but let's go ahead and get things started. So first of all, the gameplay that you're seeing is actually from his channel. He has a series, he's got an 8-episode series. Go on over and check it out. You'll be able to listen to the commentary that he does. It's actually quite interesting, quite funny, and there will be a link in the description for that playlist. Anyway, so this is Divine Souls. It is a 3D fantasy MMORPG game. It is Korea Studios gameplay, and this is actually fairly interesting. Now there is 3 different classes. You could become a fighter, a slasher, or a mage. Now, unfortunately, if you want to be a slasher or a mage, you have to be a female. But if you want to be a fighter, you have to be a male. Now, male has the natural born melee class. He hits, grabs, throws his enemies with his powerful gauntlet. Now, slashers use various different swords to deal lethal damage to their opponents. They have an elegant yet fast-paced attack style. And the mage obviously equips with a staff. Mage deal heavy damage at close and long range. Anyway, let's go ahead and show you guys here that, as you can clearly see, we are working on the customization of your character. There is a fair bit of different face styles that you can pick from, a bunch of different hairstyles, and obviously different color of skin, color of hair, and all that other good stuff. So it is a fairly decent game. But here's the couple things that I do want to go ahead and go through. One, obviously you can't get the game anymore. As far as I understand, you can't get the game anymore. It is discontinued, but it is a 3D arcade style game, and you're going to see that here once we get into the actual gameplay itself. Now this is kind of going to remind you of Dungeon Fighter Online or Draconica Online, Fists of Fu, and a couple other different type of style of games as well. Now Divine Souls entered their beta testing actually in July 2010, which makes use of Outspark's new O launcher, which is fairly interesting launcher that they have. If you've played any of their other games, then you'd be able to know that. This game has a wide range of support resolutions, graphics, options, which surprisingly even considered the relative small client size of only 1 gigabyte. So it doesn't have that big of a client size, but it is fairly good that way, and I like the fact that it's got a small client size that you just have to download, get ready, and away you go. Now I do recommend that you actually go through the tutorial. Again, as you guys have watched me in other tutorials and other gameplay, I do recommend that you do that, because you do get bonus levels. You level up fairly quickly, and you get starter gear as well. Now this here, you can actually use the keyboard mode, or you can use the mouse mode. Now the mouse mode is basically your left click, right click to do your special attacks, and your keyboard is going to be your W, A, S, and D, and that's basically that. So he has picked the mouse mode, and that is what I would recommend that you do as well. But again, if I can find a way to actually get this game, I will be uploading a Let's Play for myself, or not so much a Let's Play, but I will be doing a first look, and I will take you guys a live first look as well. But anyways, let's get back into the character creation. As you guys saw, there is a bunch of different things that you can do with taking control. There is the F6, the F5 buttons that you can actually do to do your controlling, the jumping, and all of that other good stuff that you can actually go through and test out. And basically, that's basically going to be about it. There's not really much more to the game itself other than the fact that it's got the world model of Guild Wars, but staged based like Lunia Online and Divine Souls have done a great job at adopting their own purposes to the actual game. Divine Souls makes use of instancing, cities, camps, and their local that stocks quest NPCs. Merchants make up the persistent world where players can meet and greet. Portals are scattered across the world itself, so they actually take you to different areas within the map. So it's a portal based system, and you don't have to worry about loading it as you're going, because with that 1 gig file you're actually loading it all up at once, which is actually fairly good. I think that they did a good job by doing that. I think that all games should actually do that. They should load everything all at once, and away you go. You download it one time, you don't have to worry about it anymore. So he's actually gone through one of those portals, which is actually going to take you into the persistent world itself, where you can actually take on mobs, this, that, and everything else. Now let's see here. When we get in here, let's go ahead and show you. Let me tell you a little bit about the PvP system. You can do a 1v1, a 2v2, a 3v3, or a 4v4. This means that the element of teamwork is also required. Divine Souls keep track of many PvP statistics, such as wins, losses, ranks, and players, obviously the PV points, which serves as their ranking. How well the PvP scene will develop remaining to be seen, but Divine Souls is definitely the most exciting Outspark release since Fiesta Online. And I definitely do agree that that is the case, because you see, when it comes to PvP, this is definitely the game that you want to go with. There is a PvP mode such as Deathmatch, Survival, Capture the Flag, and Break Into. So it's very, very interesting. It gives you a little bit better than the world PvP system, where you just run around, you find somebody, you knock them out, that type of thing. This gives you a little bit more skill involved with the whole team deathmatch, survival, capture the flag, and obviously the break into, which is kind of like you're breaking into an area and away you go. It's actually quite interesting the way that that's done. Basically, what I would suggest is that you go ahead, that you check this game out. It's a very interesting game, and Divine Souls is definitely one of those fast-paced action MMORPGs. Has great visuals. Generally, it's a fun gameplay. From what I can see anyways, I haven't had a chance to actually play the game. Repeating instances can actually get frustrating, but Divine Souls makes it very, very easy to switch between PvP and PvE to keep things exciting. The game is picked up and played friendly, but the combo system requires dedication to be a master. If you don't mind the use of heavy instancing, go try out Divine Souls. Hopefully there will be a link in the description for you guys to go check it out. I will put the link in the description for you guys to check it out. It may or may not be activated. When you head on over to Outspark's website, the game is not actually listed. So if you guys know of any other places that you can actually get this game, I would love to know where you can actually pick it up. But so far, basically that's about it. I'll go ahead and do a commentating over directly of what you can see. I'll tell you guys that it is a very, very fun game. From what I understand, it's a very, very fun game. It definitely does look interesting. It's got a little bit more of a kick to it. There is, currently it looks like he's going to fight a boss. But I like the fact that you've got basically, your left click, your right click, to do combo moves. It is very, very heavily based on the combo moves that you can see on the side. He's got there one hit. But basically, I think that it is very, very interesting. Again, it's a fast-paced game. It's a brawler-style gameplay, unique steampunk theme, many skills and builds for each class's PvP modes, as we discussed earlier. But the thing is that it's a very, very limited persistent world. It's not a very, very big world. It's a very small world. Mostly instances and dungeons in this game. There's not very much outside of the world itself, excluding the dungeons. Limited to gender lock classes, which I think that all games should definitely not do. You shouldn't have to gender lock the game. If you want to be a male or a female, don't matter what class it is, I think you should be able to pick that. And of course, if you like doing dungeons, this is going to be the game for you, as you will be repeating yourself very, very often. As I've probably done throughout this commentary, I have done that. But I think I'm going to leave it off at that. If you guys want to try this game out or just learn a little bit more about the game, make sure you look in the description for all of your details, all of the different stuff like that, and I guess we'll just go from there. So until next time, guys, this has been JP for Naughty MMOs, and this has been one of my picks for the top 10 games for free-to-play games. Even though you can't get this game, I still think that it is a very, very good game. But that's the reason why it was in my top 10. And as you can see here, this is your persistent world. I mean, this is it. There's really not much to it. There's not a very while I'm actually here, I might as well say that as you can see on the left-hand side, you can see gold farmers. They're selling gold, which that can get very, very monotonous and very, very annoying very quickly. You can also see the fact that there's not that many quests. So if you're looking to do this, is really, really instance dungeon game. I mean, you're not gonna really see much more other than that. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it off at that. This has been JP for Naughty MMOs, and this has been my first look overview for Divine Souls. If I get a chance to find a way to get on this game and start playing this game, I will make sure that I do a live commentary for myself. Again, make sure you guys go on over and check out Kyukoji's. I have no idea how to pronounce this name, but it's Kyukoji. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. He actually provided me with this. Well, he didn't really provide it with me. I actually just took it off of YouTube. But nevertheless, go on over, check out his channel. Make sure you guys let him know that I sent you, and we'll basically just go from there. Until next time, guys, this has been Naughty MMOs, and I'm JP. See you guys later.